what I want you to do is stop stimming right now. There's some profound learning in this and I'm going to get into it right away, but stick with me here. Guys, welcome back to the Ask Me World. My name is Dan and I have autism and ADHD. Now, if you want to learn more about the subjects, make sure to hit the subscribe button and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Guys, what is going on? I was, I don't know, I was wrecking my head. It was like New Year and I was like, yeah, I want to do something cool, I want to do something new, and I want to do something interesting without having to kind of go down the whole new year, new me kind of thing. So I was like, I'm going to do something completely different this year and I'm going to set myself goals. And how I was going to do it is, to me, I'm throwing out a 5-step plan to how I'm going to annihilate these goals, because being on the autism spectrum and having ADHD, it's not always easy to be able to do the things that you want to do, and also it's not easy to stick to the things you want to do because there may be all kinds of stuff in your life that throws you a curveball. This is what happens. Stimming is self-stimulatory behavior, which anybody in the autism community will understand as stimming or stim-like behavior. And this happens because you may be anxious or you may be nervous and also excited. So stimming can happen if you're nervous about a situation. So when I'm really anxious, I stim and I don't realize I'm doing it. And so the idea of this video from me is that if I can lower anxiety, then in turn I kind of lower my stims. Not like there's anything wrong with stimming, don't get me wrong, but it just thought it was really fun that, you know, stop stimming, start winning. Let's like not get anxious about things. Let's not use anxiety as something that's going to kick my butt this year. How am I going to do it? So we're going to get into it right now. So number one is using Brillia daily. Now, making sure I have an alarm set to make sure that I take my Brillia 3 times a day on time every single day and not miss one. Because sometimes like I'll be doing something and I'll be so engrossed and focused in it that I'll forget to take my Brillia and I'm like, and then it, like trying to play catch up is a bit havocy. So my idea is to make sure that it's a priority to make sure I take Brillia on time every single day. And what's cool about this is Brillia is a non-prescription homeopathic remedy for ADHD because it's cool. It helps me focus. It reduces irritability and anxiety and nervousness. Like, it reduces all of these things. And to me, this is a godsend. Now, if you want to get your hands on your own set of Brillia to try it out, there is a 15% discount, ASPY15, and it'll be linked in this video down below if you want to check it out. But for me, I think it's a godsend, and I highly recommend anybody to try it if you're interested, but also consult with your doctor first, because you don't want to be taking a medication that someone else has recommended without checking with your doctor, right? Okay, so number 2 is working out. Like, I love working out. Like, I love running. I was actually running 5 to 6 kilometers every single day up until October when I had a knee injury, and then I kind of slowly went off that, and then the weather got worse because it was winter, so I couldn't really run out in the snow and stuff like that. But I love running and I love working out. But one thing I've kind of thought about recently is that a strong body equals a strong mind, and if I don't have a strong body, then how am I ever going to have a strong mind? And to be winning with mental health and other neurological conditions, you definitely need a strong body, in my opinion. This is just my humble opinion. So I want to work out every single day to try and change the way that I interact with things, because workout is really good for sensory processing disorder as well. It helps with things like the proprioception activation and things like that. I did a whole video on sensory processing and proprioception. I will link it in this video down below if you want to check that out, learn more about it. Okay, so number 3 is learning. Whole diddly do, I love learning. And I always kind of put it last when it comes to my work. When it comes to, like, you know, editing videos and setting up lighting and making better choices of editing and all that kind of stuff, I always think to myself, oh, I'll check it out later, and I always forget. And it's always the last thing. Like, my work is my life and I love the work that I do, so it should be like number 1 priority for me, right? But recently it hasn't been, and so that this all changes. I've invested in a course. I bought a course on videography and editing, so I know exactly where I'm at with all the new technology. I bought a bunch of new technology, which is kind of cool, and I'm just going to do my best and my damnedest to make sure that I kind of progress in that area and make better videos for you guys, because you guys deserve it, because you're awesome. Number 4 is taking risks. Now, a lot of the time in life, especially for people on the autism spectrum, we like to make sure that we don't take risks because we want to minimize risk, because risk could sometimes lead to failure, and failure leads to upset and all that kind of nasty stuff. But risk is also a good thing, because if you take a risk and you win, it pays out dividends. You win mega. So like, if you wanted to work for yourself and quit your job and you never took that risk, you would never know if it's going to work or not. And I think taking risks is good sometimes, you know, and I have put off taking risks a lot. And I find a safe space to hide in, and I hide in that safe space, and I really don't take any risks. So that stops today. Today I'm taking risks. I decided to change my camera setup and my layout here. I don't know if you guys can see, but like, there's a different kind of like aspect going on here. I'm using a different camera and a different editing technique, and all these things are new to me, but I want to take that risk. I want to see if I can do it, make better videos for you guys, because I feel like this is a better video, and hopefully you guys degree. So that is me taking risks. Okay, so number 5 is create more resources. On the 1st of January 2023, which was last month, the first thing I did, I said to myself, this year I want to make more people happy and I want to help more people than ever before. And to do that, I need to create products, I need to create resources, I need to create tools and systems and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I have things currently that I've made, but I don't advertise, like the Autism Acceleration Academy, which is like an online course. It's only $250, but it's an online course, video program that anybody can access, and it's just fantastic. It's like a 7-step program, right? And I'd done that already, but that was mainly for like people who are caregivers. I mean, autistic people can watch that as well, but it was mainly for caregivers and parents. But this year I'm making an effort to make a course to how to live awesome as an autistic person, an autistic adult, because we're always left behind. There's very little support, and we're always the last thought from anybody doing anything support-wise for autism. So my forte here is like, I'm gonna make the best thing. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to my mailing list and you have notifications turned on for all my socials, because there's some awesome things coming. There's awesome things happening. You guys, I'm just so excited to help you guys out this year. It's gonna be super, super awesome. That being said, if you have anything to add, pop it in a comment. I read every single one. Please share this video if you think it will help somebody, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.